Hello, my lovelies. I hope you're well. I can't believe it's so this is week 4 for me of October. So October's a 5-week month. So I've got one more week after this, but obviously the clocks have changed here in the UK. It definitely feels like winter's on its way. So all good, really. So this week I'm going to be stuffing £140, which is my weekly cash stuff. I've had a bit of a busy week money wise, and nothing really spectacular. It was just, I think, food and fuel. So as you'll see when I kind of go through my envelopes, I've kind of done everything. I've used cash from different envelopes just to buy some extra fuel and buy some food. And I guess what I'm going to have to do is, when I look at my November budget, is make sure that I'm giving myself enough money in those categories. Because this week particularly just seems to have sort of really kind of gone through it. I did pick up some Christmas presents in the week as well, but even so. So anyone else got the kind of winter feels now? I feel like definitely it's like that run down to Christmas. I read somewhere this morning it's like 7 Sundays till Christmas or something, so it's definitely going to be coming. I'm also about 10 years late to the party, but I'm loving Outlander at the moment. I've just started watching that, and I love a historical kind of drama anyway, but just giving me the proper cozy kind of winter vibe. So that's all that's really been happening in my life, which sounds very boring as it is. So there we go. So we're going to be stuffing 140 today. I've got nothing left in food or fuel. As I say, I've kind of used what was in those envelopes and taken money from self-care where I had 50. So I use that to kind of bolster the other envelopes. So she's got nothing left. I've had quite a few social weekends now in a row. And next weekend as well is quite social, and then it starts to calm down, and I'm trying to keep weekends free because we're not quite sure when we're moving, and obviously it's going to be loads of work before we move and after and stuff. I don't want to be overcommitted. So and what I have done from social and spends is kind of prepay for some things like that I know I'll need for next week's social stuff. So we're going away for a weekend, a girly weekend, but I've already paid for the accommodation, I've already paid for the train, so it will just be food and drink and stuff. So I think I'm going to try and use that out of my existing food budgets, but we'll see kind of how that goes. So nothing left in social, nothing left in miscellaneous, nothing in spends. Giving has still got 10, I think. Yeah, and what I'll do is continue to save that until the end of the month. And then fitness has got £2 left in it. So what I'm going to do is pop my £2 in my little £2 jar, in my pound jar rather. And then when it gets to 5, I'll stuff my savings challenge, but there's not enough to do that this week. Quite a quick run through really, not a lot to be done there. So I'm stuffing 140 today, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. And what I'll be doing is my usual 100 to food, but my husband's away this week, so that always cuts down our food bill quite significantly, which is why I say I think I might use some of that for my trip next week. So what I'm probably going to do, I think, is load 50 onto the Jam Donut app, which is the app I use now. It's a cashback app. Really loved it. So basically what I do is buy a gift voucher for Sainsbury's where I do my food shop, and then every time I go to the supermarket I use that gift card to buy my groceries. So just completely normal shop, but you just buy it via the gift card. But on purchase of the gift card you get cash back, and that is totting up nicely. I've got about £40 in there at the moment, so that I'm going to be keeping and rolling forward for Christmas. If you watched my last video, I was saying that usually I spend quite a lot of money on Christmas food, but I'm not going to do that this year. I haven't pre-ordered anything. Usually I kind of put in quite a big food order, but I'm not going to do that this year. I'm just kind of going to see where we get to with what I've got saved, what I've got in my savings challenge, what I've got on the Jam Donut app, and just use that and just basically buy normal stuff, I think. Obviously, as I say, we kind of got the move, so maybe we'll be in the new house for Christmas, maybe we won't, but I'm kind of not banking on anything too big at the moment. So food's going to get 100. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. And then what I'll do is load 50 on the app for now, and then keep back 50 in cash. And then I usually use that for like top-up shops or if I shop anywhere else. But this week I will probably use that to take away with me. And then miscellaneous is going to get 10. And miscellaneous in my food, that's everything I buy from the supermarket, which is actually quite a lot. So I buy all my toiletries there. I buy my food, my husband's food, the dog's food. So miscellaneous just covers anything else. So like if I'm at B&M and I get some cleaning stuff or anything that kind of else just falls into that miscellaneous. Giving is going to get 10. And then 20 is going to go into fitness. So that is that stuff. It doesn't take long when it's that straightforward. So that is all good. And then what I've also done, which I said I was going to, is I've gone through my subscriptions and I've cancelled lots of them. Either because I didn't, so basically I just didn't really need them. So I used to have a subscription for like dishwasher tablets and washing powder, and now I've just switched to buying that at the supermarket. And then there was a few that I was doing like some stuff into family history, so I had a couple of websites that I was signed into, but I'm not really using that at the moment. Maybe next year when I move to the new house and I want to research the history of that, I may well switch them back on, but at the moment I'm like kind of too busy with everything that's going on to kind of use them, so I've kind of suspended all those. And I've also cancelled my gym, so I have to pay a part fee for next month for November, which is about £35 I think, but then after that will be gone. So the idea of kind of reducing some of this is to kind of just simplify it and have some more cash, because I'm starting to play around with what my budget will look like when we move to the new house. Our bills are going to go up quite significantly, and just like how that all kind of hangs together. So that is week 4 then, all stuffed. Week 5 will be next week, will be my last week of October, and then we move into the November budget. And what I've also done in terms of sinking funds is I put £1,500 towards my financial goals, and then I've put £1,500 into, I've created a house fund, which is to deal with the moving costs and all those other things. So at the moment I've paid for the survey and I've paid for the searches, and that's all kind of come out of that money. And so I'll probably do exactly the same next month, just to give us a little bit, because all these costs start to creep in, don't they? So that is that. So quite a straightforward video from me. I hope you're all well. I don't know if any of you feel like your budget changes around this time of year, like with the weather, and I think it's easier to hunker down at home, isn't it? Be a bit cosy and kind of focus on home comforts. But because I've been doing these kind of the no spend diet, so no clothing, no beauty, no home, I feel like that's been really good. For starting to use up what we've already got, like in terms of say candles or like things that I'd usually just kind of buy and not really think about. This time of year I'm like sucker for a home department, be like Primark or Home Sense or whatever, and there's always some little knickknacks you think, oh, that'd be nice, and kind of autumn wintry, but the home diet means I'm not doing anything. And then also with moving house, you know, I want to buy new stuff for the new house, but I've really, like me and my husband have already said what we're going to try and do with, because it's a bigger house, so we'll need more furniture, but we're going to try and buy everything secondhand or like from vintage stores and stuff, mainly from like a conscious perspective, and just not kind of contributing to creating more stuff and just reusing what's already in the world. So that's been good. Clothing diet, I'm kind of 10 months in now, and it's weird, it's just completely like stopped me wanting to buy clothes really. And even so I'm going to do a declutter as part of the moving process, but I think I'm going to be really conscious not to buy too much, because I've just kind of got out of the habit. So what I've done over the last few months is like keep a running wish list of stuff I really want, and then at the end of January next year, when it'll be a year of the clothing diet, if I still want those things, then I sort of am giving myself permission, if you like, to buy them. But I think having gone through the decluttering process and the moving process, I think I'll be really keen not to kind of fill everything back up again. So I think it's going to be really a few things. I was wondering if I might set myself like a target, like I can only buy, I've seen a couple of people on the budgeting community, and I think Instagram is just great for like just sharing people's ideas really easily, but a couple of people are like, they either have like they set themselves a budget for like different times of the year, so like spring or autumn or whatever, and they give themselves a bit of an allowance they can go buy things. But I was thinking maybe I would just say that I can only buy clothes around my birthday, or maybe birthday, and then so my birthday's in April, so that's kind of covers spring summer. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe I'd allow myself something in the autumn. But just basically getting out of buying clothes on a very regular basis, and just making it much more intentional, much more planned for. So I think I'm going to start thinking about what my rules are going to be for clothing. And beauty, I think sticking to what I've got at the moment, which is if something runs out, I will replace it, but I'm not buying kind of like a new nail varnish just because I like the colour or those types of things. And that's working really well. I don't think actually I've bought anything so far, but I think soon my foundation and my like concealer's going to run out, so those will probably be the first things that I kind of buy on that. But just trying to think how long I've been doing the beauty diet for. I did it last month, did it in August, did it in... Sorry, this is really boring for you guys as I'm just flicking through. So I think maybe I started it in July. So yeah, it's been going for like July, August, September, October, November. So like five months or whatever. So yeah, again, I think it's just been really good for like, yeah, kind of cutting out some of these things. So that is all really I've got to say for today. I hope you hope you're finding some lovely cozy things to do that are kind of quite budget friendly. Love you to pop them in the description or the comments down below about what you're doing, and if you've got any good TV recommendations, I'd also really like that. So I've rewatched the whole of Downton. Like I say, I'm starting on Outlander. I think I'm about 8 episodes into season 1, so that's really good. I've got a few seasons to kind of get on board with, but yeah, anything in that kind of vein I'd love to hear about. So have a good week, take care as we head into November, and then I will see you all next week, which will be in week 5 of October, and then I'll also do my November budget, and I'll update you on any news on the house and see if we've got anything, any kind of dates or whatever. It'd be lovely to be in before Christmas, but I'm not holding my breath because I don't want to be one of those people who's kind of fixated on moving before Christmas and then it all kind of doesn't happen and gets a bit devastated. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, thanks for listening to my ramble. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. I can't believe I'm about to hit 400 subs. That seems really mental. And yeah, and if you're first time watching, love to hear from you. Please leave a comment, and I will see you in my next video. All right, take care. Bye.